Here's our blueprint for today. We're going to uncover the secret to wealth, cultivate desire and faith, reprogram that subconscious mind, master planning and execution, harness the mastermind, and finally defeat the fears that are holding you back. Starting off with part 1, the secrets to wealth. So you've got to ask yourself, what actually separates the ultra-wealthy from the rest of the world? If you're thinking it's just about working 80-hour weeks and backbreaking labor, you need to toss that idea out right now. True wealth, it starts entirely as a specific state of mind. It begins with an absolute certainty of purpose. Just consider this stark contrast between these two crazy mindsets. On one side, we have R.U. Darby. This guy famously stopped drilling and literally gave up just 3 feet away from a massive vein of gold. Because he let a temporary defeat turn into permanent failure, he missed out on millions. But then on the other hand, we have Edwin C. Barnes. Barnes had this burning, absolute obsession to become Thomas Edison's business partner. He didn't want to work for Edison, he wanted to work with him. And he relentlessly persisted through every setback until that specific dream became reality. Barnes succeeded simply because quitting was not an option. Which brings us to part 2, desire and unshakable faith. Now, Hill provides an exact, super practical 6-step formula to actually turn that burning desire into tangible gold. First up, you have to fix the exact amount of money you want. Just saying, I want plenty of money doesn't cut it. Second, figure out exactly what you're going to give in return, because there's no such thing as something for nothing. Third, set a rock-solid date to possess it by. Fourth, build a definite plan and start right now, whether you feel ready or not. Fifth, write all of this out into one clear, concise statement. And step 6, read it out loud twice daily, once right before bed and once when you wake up. And as you read it, you have to literally see, feel, and believe you already have the money. But listen, to make those 6 steps actually work, your faith has to be bulletproof. It's so powerful that it requires us to act like Henry Ford, who succeeded basically because he refused to acknowledge limitations. When you focus on success, you attract success. You literally have to buy a dictionary and cut the word impossible right out of your vocabulary. Moving on to part 3, reprogramming your subconscious mind. To really harness this, you have to understand autosuggestion. Think of it as the control panel that lets you intentionally feed wealth-building thoughts directly into your subconscious. It's kind of like a fertile garden, right? If you don't actively plant seeds of success, the weeds of negativity and poverty are just going to grow automatically. Autosuggestion is that daily habit of repeating your goals with intense emotion until your subconscious accepts them as undeniable facts and starts finding creative ways to make them real. Hey, real quick, if you're enjoying this explainer and finding value in these timeless principles, take a split second to like and subscribe to the 10 Minutes Book Summary Definite Books YouTube channel. We have so much more to cover, so let's get back to it. All right, part 4, planning, decision, and persistence, the execution phase. Here's where we really see the gears turning. First, specialized knowledge. Being a jack of all trades won't make you rich. You need highly directed knowledge. The text gives this fantastic example of an unemployed grocery clerk who leveraged his specialized bookkeeping knowledge to build a massive accounting empire. Add that to imagination, which is the mental workshop where all your plans get built. Then apply persistence, kind of like how Thomas Edison pushed past literally thousands of failures to perfect the light bulb. And finally, decision. Prompt, firm decision-making is the ultimate antidote to failure. And that right there highlights exactly why overcoming procrastination is absolutely crucial. When they analyzed over 25,000 failure stories, lack of decision, procrastination, was the #1 reason people failed. The wealthy make decisions incredibly fast and change them very slowly, if at all, because giving up is the ultimate barrier. You've got to burn this phrase into your mind. A quitter never wins, and a winner never quits. Next up is part 5, the mastermind power. Look, you just cannot achieve massive success totally on your own. A mastermind is a collaboration of 2 or more minds working in perfect harmony, and by doing so, they create a third, unstoppable, unseen force, like 1 + 1 = 3. Andrew Carnegie surrounded himself with a mastermind group to supply all the specialized knowledge and imagination he didn't personally have. Hill takes this even further by comparing the human brain to a radio. Think of your brain as both a broadcasting station, sending out your intense desires, and a receiving station, picking up creative intuition, hunches, and that 6th sense. Through the mastermind principle, your brain actually dials up its frequency to receive brilliant ideas broadcast by the minds of your partners. Finally, we reach part 6, overcoming fear for success. To truly win, you have to conquer the internal enemies holding you hostage. First, deeply acknowledge that both wealth and poverty are just states of mind. Then, forcefully reject the 55 common alibis and excuses for failure. You know, things like, if I only had the time, or if I only had the money. Excuses are just a way to rationalize your own inaction. You also have to conquer the basic fears, like the fear of poverty or criticism. The ultimate secret of this whole philosophy: you have absolute control over exactly one thing in the universe: your own thoughts. Ultimately, since wealth begins entirely in the mind, the ball is firmly in your court. Nature gives you the tools, but you have to be the one to pick them up. Leaving you with one vital question to answer today: will you take absolute control of your mind, discard your excuses, and choose the path of wealth over poverty? Thank you so much for joining us on this incredible deep dive into Think and Grow Rich. And remember, this explainer was proudly created for the 10 Minutes Book Summary Definite Books YouTube channel. If you found this breakdown helpful, please do us a huge favor and like and subscribe to the channel for more explainers exactly like this one. Keep learning, keep focusing, and we'll see you in the next